Good afternoon and welcome everybody to a little demonstration of 30 minutes with the Genome. My name is Céline Ross and I am an educator for Genome Canada. So as the title says, we're going to apply pearls or beads today to a project you have already. You don't have to sew a new project. Maybe you want, there's no problem. But last year I made some Christmas project, and this year, do you have the time to sew everything or to finish everything? We don't, huh? So a little bit this year, and I'm adding next year, and I'll add the following year. You know, your project keeps being embellished every year. It takes time to sew, you know. So we're taking out our they call it beading foot. You know, in French, it's pearls, but it's beading foot. Okay, so I'll show you a few little trick. I hope you learn. I know it's not the first time we talk about those feet, but we always learn a new thing. And maybe some new people, they don't even know about it. So all together we will play with the beading feet, because there's 2 feet. I'll turn the camera. Okay, and okay, let's me move it. Oops, I try not to make you seasick, but so there is 2 optional feet. I hope I'm not 1 foot, 2 feet. Yeah. Okay. So beading foot. Okay. Narrow groove. And this one is wide groove. I would say, you know, if you want to add not just pearl, you'll see, you know, later what I did with it. But will you buy one narrow and then you go to the store and you find the big beads, and or if you're buying the big one and it's just narrow, you know, ask your dealer for a deal. Maybe not 2 for the price of 1. This is just too much. But or ask Santa Claus. It's even cheaper. Okay, so the 2 feet are here, and underneath you see the groove. Narrow groove, wide groove. I'll take my stiletto. See how wide it is, how narrow it is. It always depends on our beads. I'm saying beads so far. I'll show you something else after. Okay, it's not just for beads. And as usual, you see this one is L1 and this one is L2. Maybe it's too small for you to see. Maybe underneath something dark, L2. And the other one is L1. All the Genome feet are lettered. Oh, this I really like, because you know where you're going. Yeah? So why there's 2 feet? It depends always of the beads or any kind of something thick that you will apply to a project. So you have to test which one you will use first. Okay, so let's say I have the small one here, and I say, oh no, I'll keep one and that's it. Well, you see, you cannot, huh? This is way too big. The foot doesn't even go down. So then you say, okay, I'm going to try the small one. It's perfect. No problem. Okay. Then we're women, huh? You say, I'm going to buy only the big one and I'll use it for the small one. So let's see first if it's working on, whoops. Yeah, yes, it is working. You see it easily, yeah? Okay. And then you say, whoops, then you say, I'm going to buy just this one. You try the small bead. Of course it'll fit. Of course. But do you see it's going to move inside the foot? So what will happen with this? First, your row of bead will be not will not be straight. Okay, it'll be like it's going to move. Number one, and number two, because it's moving, maybe you'll hit bead. You hit the bead. What's going on? What's gonna happen? You damage your needle, no problem. You change the needle. Maybe you'll damage your foot. Maybe you'll damage your needle plate. Maybe you'll damage your bobbin case. You know, when there's an accident is an accident. Huh? Okay? So small beads, small foot, big beads, big foot. So when you go to the store, you never know. On the package, they're supposed to tell you the size of the beads. You're used to the Janome blister pack. Huh? See, it tells you for the narrow 2 millimeter or less diameter, and the wide groove between 2.5 and 4. Okay, so remember this at least. You know, it's just a little foot. Huh? So easy to say. It's easy to say because I have them, but I bought them. Nobody gave them to me. Okay. So what I want to do today, I'll remove this. You know, I cannot apply this is pink and this is red. I can't use it. Okay. So I could use white, but do you know you can dye your beads or pearls, or you can dye this. You can dye your buttons. You can dye your lace. When you buy a garment, do you notice that everything matches? The color, I mean, the thread, the button, all the decoration, the lace, if there's a lace, everything matches, with maybe a little difference because of the composition of the material, maybe. But so what happened is they take it like neutral color, like beige, and they dye it. They dye the whole garment when it's finished. Of course, it's going to be all pink or all red or all green or yellow, of course. But this, you can dye if you don't find some in the store. This is a cheap, the dollar store. But if you don't have them, you buy white, okay? And don't buy the glass one, buy the plastic one. Glass, you can do nothing. And then you can use Tintex, Tin, like Norman, Tex, or Dylon, Dylon. So one or the other, you can buy them and follow the manufacturer instruction. And you can buy, you want to do a project, put everything at the same time in the, before you sew your project, you see? Maybe pearls with the buttons and lace and whatever decoration you want to add to your fabric, okay? And maybe not the fabric. Maybe you want just this to match your fabric, okay? And you'll see, because I know I did it, so for sure I know we can do it, okay? Then, okay, so that's, oh, no, I want to tell you. So if you remember last year, and if you don't remember last year, well, don't worry, because Janome keeps everything. All the videos are on Facebook. And yeah, they're on Facebook. And you just have to search last year, let's see, November or December Christmas project. And so I made this, I digitized, and I made this Christmas stocking in the hoop. I used the big hoop, the GR hoop on the The RE46, I'm mixing my machine, RE46D on my Continental M17. But you know what? There was a project. And the project was to digitize this and from a built-in design, add, I wrote here in French, of course, Joyeuse Fête, which is happy holidays. Okay. So I add this and I digitize the stocking to do in the hoop. I'm going to drink water. Okay, excuse me. So this is what I did. Then I said, oh, well, I'm going to embellish this because there was nothing up here. So I add fur. Don't worry, it's fake fur. This is real polyester. I didn't kill any animal to do this. So, and see, I apply my pearls. 2 rows of pearl. Right away, you're a bit haute couture. And this is felt. It's not such expensive fabric, but when you try something, well, you want to save money with something like this, huh? And then if you like it, see, like this one, next time I'm going to round this here. Okay, when I digitize, I don't like that. And this is too high, to me, too high. So this would be, I would like to cut this off here. But I think I was teaching how to take an image from the web and digitize it. I think that's what was the purpose. Okay. So this one is finished, but look how nice it is. And if you really want to see more, I guess the word is razor. The electric razor for their nose and ears. It's that wide. It's that wide. Well, you can shave the fur to apply something you shaved before, and then you apply your beads, pearl, whatever you want to do. So here I didn't have red because the dyeing became a pink. There was not enough dye, and that's one mistake. And the second mistake is there was not too much water, so it was pale red, which we call pink. Okay, so then I said, okay, I'm going to add those glass pearl. This is glass, but this is plastic. Okay, so it is big pearls. So I don't need my narrow beading foot. I will take my bigger foot and I'll see if I have any problem. No problem at all. See, it's sliding very easily. When you buy some on a package, their label, they have to tell you the size of the beads. And that was last year also. Okay, same thing. And this time I showed my initial, which is a Cillian, see? And I just show this from, I removed some part of the embroidery design on the CM17. And you see, I just started to show you, I did one row to show you what's going to happen, to show you what's going to look like. And I'll add another row here with this bead. But before we're going to the sewing machine, I'm going to go on the screen. Okay. And maybe it's a bit too high. Okay. I'm working on CM17, but don't worry. I'll tell you if you don't have that machine. I'll tell you what to do. Okay. So this machine has, application. Oh, I put it in English. Oh, no, it's not in English. Oh, hold on. Okay. And English. Okay. I'm coming back. sewing application mode. This is what I want. Okay. And on my application, I want to find the sewing beads. So I look the name of my application. I won't find it. See, I don't find it. Why? Because this is optional feet. So I have to touch this here, the foot plus. Okay. And beading. You see right away. So the application is there. And the application is asking me, or the application offers me two options. Is it narrow beads or wide beads? Well, I'm on wide beads. And look, my narrow bead is foot L1. Okay. And I'll touch wide. Look what's going to happen here. L2. L1. L2. Okay. And the machine adjusts the width and the length regarding the size of the pearls. The beads. They suggest you 4 as a width and 1.5 as length. They suggest you, but you can also manipulate this. Me, I'm afraid I want to put, let's say, 5. No, this is 4.5. And I like 3. Because what do I want to see? I want to see my beads. I don't want to see the sewing. Huh? I don't want to see the thread. I want to see my beads. So I lengthened my stitches. Okay. I turn the camera here. And I will sew 1 row. Okay. So now I know it's L2 that I have to attach. Attach L2. Okay. And remember, my thread is underneath the foot in my thread holder. Okay. And I'm using, I don't want to see thread. So I'm using thin thread in the needle in the bobbin case. You see, the only thing you want to see is the beads. You don't want to see the thread. See, we don't see the thread. This is why I'm choosing thin thread and length my stitch. So of course I open the back. Maybe do you see well like this? Okay. And now I'm going to sew on the top. So I'm inserting my fabric, and when it's too tight, you remember you have an extra lift, and I'm going to slide my row of beads. Hold on, I'm going to take my stiletto, not stylus. No. So I'll push it further. Hold on. Now it is thick. Okay, it is very far, but I can pull after. And if I have too much, well, there's no problem. I will. Okay, if I have one too much, I can cut some beads. Okay, and then I go slow. So I have my speed control on the machine, and I have my thumb wheel here. So I just move my needle. Oh, I did 5. It is a big too wide. I'll see. Hold on. Okay. Okay, now I see. So I choose 5. I'm going to go for 4.5. But I keep my stitch length long. Okay. And I think I'm okay. And I like to go slow because, well, there's a slow and slow. Okay, I can go a little bit faster. So I see it here. I like it. Yeah. I don't want to see, I just want to see the beads, like if they're floating on the fabric. See, I don't even touch my bead. My hand is free. The channel underneath the foot holds. I'll stop because I want to cut my thread at the beginning. Okay. And I'll keep going. Just leave it there and keep going. Okay. Well, I could go a little bit faster though. Yeah. You see, yeah? How it's scary, but no matter what, it is easy. Okay, be careful. Here. Even if the beads are not at the right place, the channel will move them at the right place. I'm almost at the end, and I will stop before my seam allowance. I'll ask for a lock stitch. Could do one more. Okay, lock stitch. Okay, done. Cut my thread and look at the job. I hope you remember, huh? You have extra lift. Okay, on your machine, or maybe now you see. Okay, now I'll cut the beads just before the seam allowance. My seam allowance is here. Okay, and look at the nice job. Look at this. Already, you know, it looks more haute couture. So you see, I put my stitch width at 4.5. Do you see the sewing thread? Not at all. Okay. Here, I put it at 5. Do you see the sewing thread? Yes. So closer to the bead and stitch length longer. Okay. And then, well, it's almost haute couture. Before, you know, before you go on the nice fabric, because this is felt, this is not, this is almost a practice. I can use it, there's no problem. But if I want to do something really nice, you know, you can offer a nice bottle of wine here, huh? Just stuff the boot and insert a bottle of wine and or any liquor, and everybody will be happy to see this. Okay, and I have something else. I have my stiletto. If you see the seam, you can hide it with the fur, pure synthetic fur. Okay, but not too wide. This is and I just have to finish my seam. But this is not the first time I show this. Maybe you don't remember, but hold on. My sample is here. Okay. See, I'm going to make it with the camera nicer. Okay. So you see some other sample. So here I did small bead with L1 and hold on, I'll remove it. And here wide. Hey, look at this. There's no problem to slide this in. Whoop. Okay. Oops. And this one here, you know, we always think of pearl, but these feet can do more than pearls. You see the big, that big decoration. See, perfect. And the piping foot will not be able to sew this like that. Okay, the position is the position of the grooves. The groove is different. Here I did 2 row with the big one, 2 row of small. Here I use the small one. So this is a little, it's a cord. It's a cord. Okay. Here I have 2 rows of cord, and on top of it, I apply some beads. Look at this, how good, how easy, how easy it was to sew. When I say it's easy here. When you do a project like this, you have to be more careful and you don't go fast. And okay, and look here, 2 rows of ribbon with decoration with the these are this is plastic. You can see it's plastic beads, while this is glass bead. You see the difference. They look cheap. Sorry, but they look cheap. But at least for a craft, they're okay, yeah. So you see, okay, they're all different. Small, big, small. This is a cord. This is 2 rows. This is a big decoration. But also, I said always pearl, but rhinestone is part of pearls, huh? Rhinestone, you don't see at all the seam. You don't want to see the stitch. I'll do a close-up. You don't even see the stitch. Here, yes, but nowhere else. Nowhere, not even here. So the important thing is to have the thread of the same color of the pearls or the beads. See here, it's red. See, you don't see too much. I enlarge my stitches here. I length my stitches and not here. So here it's not good. But this is just to show you where are they here. Where is the zigzag? You cannot see. Cannot see too much. Cannot see at all. So all this is it's practice. You have to make a test always before. Do a test to see, to adjust your stitch length, your stitch width. Try on the right piece of fabric to see the reaction. But you see, it is perfect. Perfect. Now I'm going to do to close my seam at the back. It's just a straight stitch. This is why I stop a bit before. If it's, see, my seam allowance will be here. If there's one too much, I just cut it with my scissors, remove them one by one. So, see, this one is closer to my seam, not that one. Okay. So, and on the other side also, you have to be careful. Oh, this is what is very far. This is really too close. So I'll show you. There's two very too close. So I want to remove 2. Look at this. That's it. I just cut. Well, it's gone. Just cut. It's on a piece of little cord. Huh? So I just cut the piece and that's it. And now my seam allowance, I'll be okay to close it. So maybe you ask Santa Claus. Maybe you already have them. And these here are for 9mm machine, but there's some also for 7mm. 5mm sewing machine, that I'm not sure. You have to look on Genomic Global site and make sure that you have the right machine with the right width and the right for the right foot. 9mm, so it's for this machine. If you don't have this machine with the option of hold on, with the sewing application mode, let's say you don't have this, no problem. What do you need to apply pearls? You need a zigzag. So zigzag is here. So zigzag M means your zigzag is in the middle of the foot, and zigzag R means that the needle move and the zigzag will be on the right side of the foot, inside the foot. Huh? This is multiple zigzag. Well, Don't do it, huh? You're going to break your needle, maybe break the foot, maybe break the needle plate, maybe break the bobbin case. Ay, ay, ay. So this you don't want to touch. And then you say, oh, there's a zigzag here and here. Yeah, but this one is multiple, triple zigzag, triple left and right. Big difference. You see? See how dark it is? Because it's sewing 3 times. It's like your triple stitch here. It's a triple stitch for the zigzag. Okay? So zigzag, do a little test, and I'm turning the camera. Okay. Oops, sorry. I'm playing with this. Okay. So I hope you learn a few things, and I'll see you next week, everybody. Have a good week. Happy sewing.